Hello traders, welcome to another exciting video on Trading Canal. In this video, we're going to be doing something different that we haven't actually, done before. If you're new to this video, we recently released something on Trading Canal called Strategy Reports. And on Strategy Reports, we're going to be uploading profitable trading strategies that you can actually trade manually, or you can also automate using a Forex robot. Today, we're going to be looking at one of these profitable strategies, which is a breakout strategy for USDJPY and GBPJPY. So if you head over to Trading Canal here and if you the category called Strategy Reports, you can access this post. You have to make sure that you are subscribed to any of our memberships, and you can have access to these strategy reports. Otherwise, you're not going to have access to it. So let's quickly dive into this trading strategy. It's a breakout trading strategy, and the idea that we are coming up with are strategies that can outperform the default buy and hold or returns in this situation for pairs that are actually profitable when you buy them and hold for a period of time. Okay, so in this case, let's look at the USDJPY here, and you can see this green chart here represents the buy and hold or the default returns, and the blue here represents our trading strategy. And as you can see clearly from this chart, our trading strategy currently outperforms the default buy and hold. Okay, so let's look at this strategy. This strategy was backtested from 2019, as you can see here, up to 2023, and then we did a forward test here from May 2023 up to the current date, which is at September. So you can see we did a current backtest here up to, I think, this section here, and then we did a forward test, and you can see that the strategy also continued to be profitable. Okay, so this strategy is on USDJPY and it's on the 30-minute time frame. But also we're going to be looking at the GBPJPY as well. Okay, so basically it's the same thing. The difference is just the parameters. Okay, the indicator parameters are different. So the indicators we use for this strategy are the Bollinger Bands and the volume average. You can see the indicators parameters here. We have the deviation of the Bollinger Bands, and then we have the Bollinger Band average, or the window for the Bollinger Band, which is the 100 for the first Bollinger Band. And then we have another Bollinger Band, which is the second Bollinger Band, that uses an average of 175. Okay, and then we have a window here for the volume average, which is 7. Okay, so for the second Bollinger Band, we are not actually using the Bollinger Band, but the Bollinger Band difference, which is the difference between the upper Bollinger Band and the lower Bollinger Band, the absolute difference of that. Okay, so we leverage Bollinger Bands, a widely used technical indicator, to identify potential breakout opportunities. Okay, we calculated with the 100 period average at a deviation of 1.2, and then a 175 period average using the same deviation. Okay, so we explained the indicator here as well, and then let's proceed to run this on our Jupyter notebook. So we're gonna look at the exact same thing. Okay, so let's start by running kernel, then restart, and then clearing our outputs. Okay, so I'm just going to run you through everything we have done here. Okay, so I'm going to import all of our imports. Okay, and while that's taking time to import, let's just proceed to look at everything we did here. So basically, this is the indicator visualization. Okay, so this indicator represents the Bollinger Band difference. So the absolute difference between the upper Bollinger Band and the lower Bollinger Band, right? So the difference with that is here. So you can see the chart here. So you can see that when this chart actually goes up, it means the absolute difference between the upper Bollinger Band and the lower Bollinger Band is actually increasing, which means the price is moving in one direction. Okay, so whenever this value is decreasing here, we notice that what the price is actually, consolidating. Okay, or you can see ranging, right? So you can see here, we looked at the BB difference, and you can see at some points we had a BB difference of 7, sometimes 6, sometimes 5, right? We have a range here, but you can see that clearly the average difference here is something between the 1, okay, and you can see we had periods during 2022, 2023 when the BB difference, increased, which means we have a lot of price movements in 2022, okay, in comparison to, 2020 here and 2021 as well. Okay, so you can see the further we go here, you can see that the more the price moves, right? So let's look at the trading strategy, guys. So the strategy parameters here for a trading strategy includes the volume average multiplier and the Bollinger Bands difference, or you can see here the threshold. So let's look at the trading conditions here. So the condition 1 is where the tick volume is 30% greater than the average volume. Okay, so the current volume is 30% greater than the average volume. Okay, and then we have condition 3, which is our buy condition. So this condition is a general condition. The condition 1 is a general condition. So which means either for buy and sell, condition 1 has to be, correct or true before we are going to enter a trade. So which means if we want to enter a buy trade or a sell trade, the current volume has to be 30% greater than the average volume. Okay, so for condition 3, which is a buy condition, the closing price has to be above the upper Bollinger Band. Okay, and condition 4, which is a sell condition, means the closing price has to be below the upper Bollinger Band. Okay, and then for a neutral condition, which means a condition where we go neutral, the Bollinger Band has to exceed the BB difference. So let's just have let's just look at the positions based on the conditions. So like I said earlier, we have to go long when condition 1 and condition 3 are met. So condition 1 is the current volume has to be 30% greater than the average volume. Okay, and then condition 3 here signifies what the closing price has to be above the upper Bollinger Band, right? And then we go short when condition 1 and condition 4 are met, meaning the closing price has to be below the Bollinger Band and the current volume has to be 30% greater than the volume average. Okay, and then we go neutral when condition 5 is true, and condition 5 says what? The Bollinger Band difference exceeds the BB difference. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. This is a breakout trading strategy, right? So let me just look at show you guys this on the chart here. Okay, so you can see the chart here. This is the 30 minutes for USDJPY, right? So you can see this is the Bollinger Band here. Okay, and usually we break out at this point here. Okay, so we can break out here. This is a breakout, guys, and let's just look at the volume here. So insert an indicator here. We can just insert the volume here. Okay, so if I zoom in here, okay, so we have a breakout here, right? So the price exceeded the upper Bollinger Band here. So what we are seeing here is that this is condition 3, right, where the price exceeds the Bollinger Band, right? The close of the price actually exceeded the Bollinger Band, and the volume is 30% greater than the average of the previous 7 volumes. Okay, so we can enter at a point here, right, and then we hold that position until either condition, and just head over back to our chart, until either the short condition or the neutral condition is met. Okay, meaning that we are going to hold positions until the sell condition is met, or the BB average, the Bollinger Band difference, exceeds the BB difference, which is 2.0. Okay, so you can see the Bollinger Band difference here, and whenever it exceeds 2.0 here, which is points like this, points like this, points like this, points like this here, okay, we can close our trade. All right, so we also added trading cost here. The trading costs, we had accounted for trading costs rather by considering a spread of minus 0.02, half the spread, and added the trading cost here. So this is the trading cost here. Okay, and let's just head over to our MetaTrader 4 here and look at the trading cost for USDJPY here. Okay, so you can see the trading cost for USDJPY here is 3, right, which is close to what we have as our calculated trading cost. So if you're going to be using this trading cost, you have to ensure that your spread is usually around that. Okay, shouldn't exceed probably like 10 or 15. Okay, so we can look at the strategy performance analysis here. The cumulative returns was 1.33982, and our cumulative strategy return was 1.69. So our trading strategy outperformed the default buy and hold by 0.35. Okay, so you can look at some of our important values here. We have our CAGR, we have our annualized mean, our annualized standard deviation, our Sharpe ratio, Sortino ratio, maximum drawdown, Kalman ratio, the maximum drawdown duration, and our Kelly ratio. Okay, so our CAGR, which is our compound annual growth rate, was at 0.15%. Okay, so meaning when you multiply this value by 100, we are getting roughly about 15% growth annually. Okay, so for our Annualized mean return, which is annualized mean return. This is about 14%. And annualized standard deviation, which is how much we are risking annually. Okay, that's about 7%. And our CAGR here, our Sharpe ratio rather, is very high. You can see 2.14, meaning that this is a very good trading strategy. Okay, we also have our Sortino ratio and other values here, maximum drawdown, and our Kelly criterion here, okay, which is for the leverage. So you can see a chart of the trading strategy, which is exactly what we have at the top here. Okay, I'm also going to be running all of this on Jupyter Notebook at the end of this explanation here. So we went further down here to explain, to show, visualize, buy and sell. Whenever you see this green line, means we are holding a buy position here, and the red line signifies the sell position. So you can see we're holding a buy position here, right? Sell positions here, buy positions here, sell positions here, buy positions here, and then sell positions here. As you can see, this was a chart of the USDJPY from the 1st of August up to the 1st of September. So if you actually plot this chart here, if I head over here and plot this chart, okay, the 30 minutes time frame, and just turn this into a line chart here, and remove these indicators here. Okay, so if I remove these indicators here and I plot this line chart from the 1st of August up to the 1st of September, I minimize this here. Let's make this more visible here. Okay, so you can see if I minimize this here, and let's just minimize this here completely. Okay, so if I plot this from the 1st of August up till the 1st of September, you can see this chart here looks very similar to what we have here. Okay, so that's just basically the chart here, and you can see we had some few positions here. So we proceeded further to explain all of these values here for some of you that doesn't know what all of these performance parameters are. And we explained here if they are actually good or bad for the strategy. You can see where it says good or bad. A higher CAGR is typically desirable as it signifies a faster capital appreciation. The CAGR of approximately 15.57 indicates that on average, the trading accounts grow significantly annually over the testing period. So we further explained more of these variables here. And then we further went on to explain how you can use this trading strategy, okay, how you can add these indicators to your charts and then apply the Bollinger Bands, calculate the Bollinger Band difference. And we further went on to add this into a Forex robot. Okay, so we added this into a Forex robot. You can actually download on MetaTrader 5 Shreya framework. We're going to be showing this at the end of the video also on how you can add this and also start it up. Okay, so we also added the full financial analysis file for those of you that are developers and want to test this trading strategy or modify this trading strategy. Maybe probably 10-15 years from now, we are seeing this. We added this to Trading Kernel Stack, so you can actually click on this link here to download this file. All right, so let's head over to our Jupyter Notebook here. You can see if you download this file here and you unzip, you're going to get all of this, okay, which includes further financial analysis on other pairs. You can have the CSV files. You can have also the backtesting files where we backtested and we're able to get all of these parameters here, all of these indicators, parameters here. Okay, so parameters. All right, so let's run this on Jupyter. We're going to import our model, and let's just import this data here, and then add the returns column here. Also add plots. You can see plot of the USDJPY. And then we add the returns and directions here. Then we add our indicator parameters as well as our indicators. Okay, so you can see where the data.head would show you guys all of the columns that we have. We have open, high, low, close, volume, returns, directions, which is if the returns were actually negative or positive. So we have the BB upper, middle, lower, and then we have the second Bollinger Band. Then we have the PB difference of the second Bollinger Band and the first Bollinger Band here. Then we have the volume average as well. Okay, so we are visualizing the BB difference here. Okay, then you can see it's absolutely similar to what we have in our here. We have in our file here that we uploaded for you guys here. So it's probably the same. And then we added our training strategy here. Just gonna run this here, then run the position count. Okay, so you can see here we're in a buy position at 27,691 times. We're in a sell position 23,319 times, and we're in a neutral position 7,523 times, which means this strategy actually holds more buy positions and more sell positions than neutral positions, right? And it actually holds more buy positions than sell positions, which is obvious because, as you can see, the USDJPY trend has been going up for a while. Okay, so here, as you can see from the let's just include the trading cost here, which is 0.02 here. Then let's add the everything into our class here, and then we can print the performance here. So you can see the result says 1.69 and then 1.36, which is exactly what we have here in our report here. Okay, so if we're able to just view this here, you can see where it says 1.69, 1.33. Okay, so it's been actually more profitable here. Okay, so you can plot the performance here, then you can see the performance here over time. Okay, and then we can view the profitability for the current months, which is on the 9th. We can just view for August. Okay, then you can see exactly the same thing we had here. And if you can plot the strategy here, you can see we actually ended up in a little profit. Okay, we got into a profit here. You can see where we made this profit here was where we held this buy position here. Okay, and then we lost most of the profit here because we held sell position and buy positions here that wasn't really profitable. Okay, but we came back up and ended up in a little bit of profit. Okay, so you can see on average, or rather on overall, the trading strategy is actually super profitable. Okay, but if you look at something here where we have the trades here for the current month here in August, we had 7 swaps from buy to sell, and then 1 single trade. Okay, so guys, let's look at how you can actually use the Forex robot here that we added to our Shreya framework that successfully connected to my VPS. So all you just need to do is to double tap on the system, the exe file, and then run the exe file, and then it's going to come up with this robot here. Okay, so this is the bot here, the USDJPY, and it's actually running the GBPJPY and USDJPY on the 30 minutes time frame. Okay, so you can view the account section, the backtest section, and plot the trading strategy. Let's just plot the backtest here from January of this year. Okay, plot the backtest from January of this year down to 17th here. Okay, so you can see how this trading strategy actually is. Okay, so you can view the statistics here. Okay, so you can see we had this is actually the compilation of the trading strategy for GBPJPY and also the USDJPY and also GBPUSD and EURUSD. Okay, so it hasn't really been profitable for the months of August and September for our trading strategy. Okay, but if you look at the plots for the GBPJPY here, then you run it, you can see this is just for GBPJPY. Okay, and for the USDJPY here is also just for USDJPY. Okay, so we have made just a little bit of loss so far, and that is because of what we have in the month of September. So the month of September here, let me just head over to September here, August, September here. Okay, so by backtest this here, you can see that the strategy hasn't really been profitable for the month of September. Okay, but if we look at the month of August here, plot the month of August here, and I plot this here, you can see August was a little bit profitable. If we head back to July, we click on July here, but we backtest this here, so you can see that July was also profitable. Okay, and if you look at the chart of GBPJPY or USDJPY, you can see it hasn't been profitable because the price has been consolidating. Okay, it hasn't been moving in one direction. So idea of a breakout trading strategy obviously is that whenever the price is trending, we're going to make money because we traded the breakout. So when it breaks out, it's going to trend for a while. So our idea is to hold those trends for a while, for a very long time, and close out on those huge profitable trades. And that's exactly what you can see here on this chart. Okay, So hopefully in the month of, October, November, December, we're going to have, some trends where we can cash out on and make huge profits from. Okay, so I've uploaded everything for you guys. You can actually download it here and look at the settings here. So this is setting section where you can add the leverage that you want to trade. We are trading with a lot size of 0.02 here, as you can see, a very low lot size. And once you've done that, you can just click on the update settings and click on start trading. You can also go neutral and stop trading as well. So if you have any questions, guys, feel free to reach out to us at the support team at support@tradingcanoe.com, and I'm more than happy to assist you guys. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.